edge of North America, close to the top of the world, is a rugged and beautiful land. A tapestry of snow and mountains, lakes and forests. An unconventional land with unconventional people. Pioneers in the true sense, living in the majestic frontier that is America's 49th state, Alaska. Alaska is a land and a people in transition, a state whose citizens come mostly from other parts of the USA. Most of the land is presently in government hands. Much of it will soon be returned to local control. The future of that land, with its vast mineral resources, is undecided. Alaskans are determined to plan their future. Since its statehood in 1959, Alaska has undergone continuous economic and social change. A steady migration of people has shifted the population centers so radically that Alaskans have proposed a completely new capital city, a carefully planned center of government buildings, shops, and homes to rise from the wilderness, conceived with a regard for the future, unprecedented in Alaska's short and flamboyant history. In 1880, Joe Juneau and Richard Harris found gold in a small stream in southeastern Alaska. As news of their discovery spread, thousands of prospectors swarmed to the spot. The booming gold rush town soon became known as Juneau, and by 1900 was the center of Alaska's population, industry, and trade. The obvious choice to become the capital city. Since then, Juneau has grown very little, either in size or population. Wedged between the sea and steep mountains, the city has no room to expand. Though it is one of America's most beautiful state capitals, it is also the most isolated and inaccessible. Because there are no roads to Juneau, it is reachable only by boat or airplane. While Juneau has served well as the capital, it has remained a small, quiet town in a remote corner of a state that has grown away from it. "800 kilometers to the northwest is the city of Anchorage. From a small railroad construction camp in 1915, it has grown to become Alaska's largest city. Half of the population now lives in Anchorage. Because the city is clearly the dominant commercial and social force in the state, many Alaskans feel that their state government would be more responsive if the capital were moved closer to most of the people. In a recent election, the people voted to move their capital city to Willow, 60 kilometers north of Anchorage. A nationwide search produced a team of architects who have begun designing a new city.
We tried to take into account some of the unique qualities of the natural environment here at the capital site, as well as some of the equally unique characteristics of the Alaskan people themselves. In the first place, we wanted to make a city which is humane, one that invites people, one that is a pleasant place to work and live. With respect to the downtown area, we tried to place state offices and commercial buildings in close proximity so that people didn't have to walk more than approximately 10 city blocks to get to where they want to get to. There's a degree of informality, I think, with respect to the design of the buildings. They're in scale with people and scale with the natural environment around it. Buildings are also designed to take into account some of the harshness of the Alaskan winter. They're opened up to winter sun, yet protected from blowing snow. I think this capital embodies perhaps the best features in the Alaskan people: belief in an informal social situation, a love of the outdoors, and finally a fundamental belief in the future.
A land and a people in transition, a land whose potential remains to be realized.